Hey, my name is Chris. I live in Las Vegas. I'm an occultist, a magical practitioner, and an ex-evangelical Christian. And this one hits really, really hard, okay? And it's really, really personal because I know this dude, or rather, I knew this dude. This guy is John Ensign. He was a congressman that represented Nevada in the late 90s, early 2000s-esque. Now, how can I say this? I went to church with this dude. I know this guy. I taught his kids in Sunday school. I know this dude's family. His son and his brother-in-law, was the head of our youth group. Dude, we were like this. Not like me and him were like this, but our church. Everybody knew this guy. I'm going to tell you his story. And I'm going to tell you his story, maybe a perspective that you don't know. So basically, what the public knows about John Ensign is he became a Republican representative in Nevada. He brought a lot of Bible studies and prayer studies to his practice in Washington when he joined Congress. Now, he had to leave Congress. He was voted out because he had a scandal. He got sloppy and he got a scandal. He slept with one of his assistants and he tried to pay off the assistant's husband to not ruin his career. Well, guess what? The assistant's husband was like, fuck that. You had sex with my wife. We're getting a divorce. And by the way, I'm telling everybody and their mom what you did. So that kind of ruined his career. But the beginning of his career, you might not know anything about it. And I'm going to share it with you. So I went to a certain church, an evangelical, Pentecostal, born-again Christian church, and he was there as well. He was a veterinarian at the time, and I will tell you this. When he decided to say he had a calling from God to run for Congress, this is how it went, dude. He did he stood up in front of the church, and he told a story how he saw an angel in his bedroom. And the angel told him to run for Congress. And the angel told him that he would do great things, how he would help change the country, yada, yada, yada. This is a gift from God. You're supposed to do it. This is your ministry, right? So this is the story that he told the church, right? In front of the church, they did a whole sermon and everything. And the funny thing about the church is there were rallies at this church for his campaign. There were speeches. There was a whole bunch of things. All of us were told, go out and tell everybody in the community to vote for this dude. And that was when I first started to actively to get involved in politics. Come to find, had no idea that this dude, this veterinarian, would have a vision from angels and become a congressman. And my big question, did that angel tell you to shtup your assistant? Did that angel tell you that you were going to be a big change in Congress, yet you were going to get kicked out for adultery? Now, some would say, oh, it was the devil. The devil was tempting this guy. Honey, the devil ain't your assistant. If you had a pretty assistant, get a not pretty assistant. The funny thing, whenever a Christian man screws up, Christianity is always oh, we need to forgive. We need to forget. But when a woman screws up in Christianity, she needs to be shunned. She needs to be put out. Now, again, it's just a story, an example on how not to do things. Don't come at me with the claim that angels are telling you to become a congressman. And then he messes up his own career. Again, was that the angel's fault? Did the angel know? Was it all destiny? But the whole idea is when you mix religion and politics, at the very end, you can't live up to the example that you're trying to set. Now, he's a prime example of that. And it does break my heart because I don't hate this dude. Honestly, we were all very shocked when the scandal happened. Everybody at the church, and they still supported him to this day. Again, this is John Ensign, former congressman to Nevada.